New record, we're just doing it all ourselves pretty much. We took this money from the label and bought recording equipment and built it in our friend's living room in Massachusetts. And yeah, it's going well. So
we're all better musicians and we're all more aware of what everybody else does well, and so we're better at working together.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's the same shit. You know, it's just we write songs, we play them together, we have a good time.
You always would like to improve on what you put out, like the last record. So, you know, you want it to be better and better every time. So you push yourself a little bit.
You know, I give shout out to our label Communion. That was an idea they had because they saw we do so many house shows or did in America, and so they said, no one really does that out here that much. You guys should try to do it. And so we set it up, and they were probably the most fun shows of the tour for me when we were out here.
Sure.
It was awesome to bring something that's natural to us somewhere else that I guess it's not as
yeah, because you could tell like
a lot of people were just like, that was the fucking coolest shit I've seen.
Yeah, me and Clay stayed over at Eagulls' house that night, that band Eagulls, because we did their first American tour with them. They got us real turned up. They got us fucked up.
Yeah, they took us to this bar where one of the guys used to work at, and
You used to manage it.
he was the manager of the bar. And so he goes in, it's like, I don't know, it was probably like a weekday or something, so it's like there's nobody really in there.
We got there late.
And they started chanting, you know, lock out, and they just locked the door against customers, and we just like had free reign, you know?
He said, everybody's drinking for free tonight. And the dude was like, how many people is it? And he just goes, a lot. And we drank for free. It was great. You know, you know, you go from basement to club to festival. As you get to a bigger spot, it can get harder and harder to engage with the audience as much, and you have to find different ways to do it. So I prefer playing clubs, honestly. I like being in a room with a couple hundred people. You're right there, you know, instead of 15, 20 feet between you and the first people in the crowd. But
And it's later, you know.
yeah, and it's rock and roll ain't meant for the daytime. It's never too early for rock and roll, but it's meant for nighttime.
Yesterday was kind of crazy. Right after we played, 4 out of 5 of us just were puking. So
Something. It could have been drinks, it could have been lack of sleep, lack of food.
we've
I don't
never
know.
really done that before. I think it was
Not all 4 out of 5. That's high.
Yeah,
we hadn't played a show in like 2 weeks, and we flew out here, had like bad sleep and jet lag, and then got up super early to drive to Reading and didn't eat breakfast, and we're drinking beers on an empty stomach. Played our first show in 2 weeks, and then it just destroyed.
So we did
us.
everything wrong.
Yeah, we did everything wrong.
We really just did all the wrong
Yeah.
We
shit.
got got.
We
It caught
got
up to us.
Yeah, I was puking. I was like, man, what's the problem? What am
Dude
I doing
was
wrong?
puking straight off the side of the railing, like backstage, like right away.
As soon as I got off stage, I lean over this rail and just, and these guys are like, "You okay, man?" And I was like, No, we've been working on our third LP for a while, Massachusetts in the States, and like we said, we're doing it ourselves, and it's going really well. And we got a tour. Well, we're playing Mid-America in Philadelphia. That will be our last festival date of the summer.
Thank
And
God.
then
That's next weekend.
And then in the fall, we go on tour with Waves for about a month and a half.
Yeah, it'll be good to get back to, like you were saying, it'll be good to get back to like club shows, you know.
Festivals are cool because you play with so many new people, and you know it's like you never know what you're gonna get, and that's kind of fun. But
That's our beta element. That's what
yeah, I love playing clubs, and a whole month in clubs is gonna be great. Yo, check that out.
Yeah, they're from Australia.
Oh, what?
Oh, he's got a
Got a tail, dude.
Guy's a dinosaur tail.
Man, I always wonder, like, you see these things at festivals, like, people wearing, like, these crazy shit. And I'm just like, man, I want to see that guy on, like, Wednesday, you know? Like, does he just, like,
he takes his tail to work,
okay,
man.
back to work, baby. Like, but he's like, fuck it, I'm cutting loose.
Yeah.
put my fucking tail on.
I'm putting my fucking tail on, I'm going to the festival.
Let my hair
He
down.
hangs that shit up in the house. He hangs it up at the door. It was a good weekend.